Cool. Y'all have to go check it out. There's a lot of cool stuff on there and whatnot. Probably some bands and stuff, or some bits that you've never heard of, never seen that might even touch you. Um, we did a lot. We did a lot of that last night, and yeah, we filling up, man. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Good Sunday morning, everybody. Welcome to the DG Radio Show. Just kind of doing a recap of Veterans Day weekend. We had a nice little show last night, and it's good to be able to sit there and talk with your battles and share old stories and stuff. It's weird. You can get a group of veterans around, and you can go out somewhere and sit there and just talk about something. People look at you like, "What are they talking about?" And it's only you know that lingo that nobody else knows. And if you sit there and you pay attention, you might pick up on some things. But we still use that lingo, especially when we get around each other. Somebody starts using that old military stuff, we can't help it. We end up falling right in place. It happens. It's unconscious habits. The military puts in so many unconscious habits. That's why you get a lot of us that are OCD, our depression, anxiety, all the PTS crap. It's basic. It's been in our military ever since fighting was born. It's just that's just how it is. But you get those unconscious habits. Like me, I like to read people. I'll sit there and talk to you. I'm just reading you. Yeah, and it's weird. Yeah, the MI companies taught me how to do that, and it's about 85% foolproof. Some of the if somebody's actually telling you what's wrong with them, like if they don't feel good or something like that, 90% of the time they're probably telling you the truth. But us as the military, at least the way I treated my squad, if you wasn't deathly ill, or a bone broke, or if you needed to see a psychiatrist, your ass was doing PT. I don't care if your ass was I don't care if you was throwing up. I go out there and throw up with you. We going to go do some PT. I didn't agree with it all the time because I hate running in the cold weather. Good God, I hate running in the cold weather. It was weird going to Iraq and it being 150 degrees, and then at nighttime it's 100 and it's still cold. It's like, good grief, what the hell? It's 100 degrees outside and I'm freezing because you're in a different country. You didn't got adapted, and and that's one thing too about our veterans and whatnot. A lot of them get looked or feel that they get looked differently. And let me say something like to our brothers and sisters real quick. It's not always the people at home that has changed. You've changed yourself. It's to get promoted, you have to go through school, you have to go through classes, your PT test, you have to educate yourself to build those promotion points up. So what do you think you're doing? You're making yourself smarter. For me to become an NCO, I went to school and got my degree in hazmat. I'm an expert in safety and health through OSHA. I'm a hell of a generator mechanic. I definitely pop your ass from 300 yards. It's a lot of stuff. You educate yourself. So whenever you come back to town and whatnot, what you seen was normal is not normal anymore. Yes, everybody talks different. When I first went in, they couldn't understand a damn word that came out of my mouth because I'm from the South. I got a holy fuck, where are you from? But by the time I got out, my accent kind of went away. And it's kind of come back since I've been back home. But you educate yourself. You learn what true integrity is, teamwork, motivation, selfless service. You actually learn what that stuff is. You don't know anything until you have to sit there and you had to depend on the person to the left and your right of you when it comes down to fighting in a war and dying. If your buddy gets hit to the left of you, you're picking his ass up and you're getting him out of the way. Plain and simple. We don't leave no man behind. You are going home one way or another. Plain and simple. Hopefully it's alive, but we don't leave our men and women. We're not going to leave them. And I'd say I'm really, really proud of the women that's stepping up and becoming Army Rangers. We got some that's trying to go through SEAL school and stuff now. That's badass. That's badass. Now we got our women coming into the military, just going into combat positions and stuff like that too. Okay, world, what's your women doing? Oh, that's right. You got their faces covered up, and you got them pretty much stuck in the kitchen. Now that's kind of how I kind of remember things growing up. You know, grandma, everybody barefoot in the kitchen cooking and shit, good food. You didn't see them working though. Times have changed, man. Times are changing every single day. You know, it's like this technology crap. I'm not a big fan of it, but unfortunately, that's the way the world works nowadays, and we have to adapt and overcome and push on with it. And that's the thing, man. That's it. Got to keep going, and keep pushing, keep fighting. There's definitely a good reason to keep fighting. There's definitely a great reason to keep pushing the positive forward, because it'll be a ripple effect. It'll go to somebody who could be having a bad day, and then bam, they hear something that you said or something that came across the radio, because we broadcast worldwide. You know, we'll something could be said, and that could have somebody's day just go from 0 to 100. You never know. So that negative shit, man, keep it out. If it's gonna hurt you directly and you need some help, yeah, that's I can see you talk about it and do something about it then. But man, if it's really not gonna hurt you, then don't worry about it. Oh, damn, good grief. Well, shit. I guess I didn't think that nighttime catch up with you, but I guess it does. And my dog's already done went and crawled in her damn bed. She's over there down waggling around. Like, what the hell? But she stayed up with me too while we was working. Stay over here, stay up my butt. But you know what? I love her to death though. You know, one thing too though. You know, a lot of the guys want service dogs. A lot of the guys and girls. The VA is not really big on writing paperwork and stuff like that anymore. Go see a civilian doctor. Matter of fact, go see an actual trainer of service dogs and go talk to them and let them guide you on the way that you need to get it. If you want a good organization, that trains service dogs, you need to have a true vest and you need to have a true ID card. And the dog's ID card is just like a damn driver's license. It's thick. It's got their picture on there. It's got your name as a handler. It's got that, you know, shit that shines in the sun. You know, got that rainbow effect. Yeah, that's a real service dog. And they're smart. You know, if you tell somebody that you got a service dog, you look down and tell them to sit and they go run off the other way, it doesn't look so good. But if you tell them to sit and they sit there and sit or lay down, you're good. If you know what I'm saying. Holy shit. I don't know where the hell them came from. I tell you what, homeboy, you need to start yawning in the damn chat room. I don't know what the hell just got in me. That's crazy. I guess it has. I've been up for quite a bit. All right, so you know, we're gonna play a couple little more things. Let's do a comedy bit. Raul Sanchez is a ex airborne ranger, and we love his bit. This is Ron C., one of our avid listeners. This is his number one man crush, talking about grenades.
I was in the Army for 4 years, and yeah, I know nobody believes me when I say it. Every time, shut up. You're gonna say nothing. No, it's true. But most of the time when I say it, people just kind of stay quiet because they see me because I'm a little dude, and they're like, "What? You don't even have shoulders? Like, don't they issue you shoulders in the Army?" Like, that's true, man. I was airborne infantry. I used to jump out of airplanes, yeah. It's a scary fucking thing. Scariest shit ever, man. Cause I'm a little dude. Every time I jumped out, it took me like 3 times longer than everybody to get to the fucking ground. Like at one point, the parachute was beneath me. I was like, what the fuck? The parachute is using me to lower itself safely. But it was true, man. I always had to deal with that shit, being a small dude in the Army, you know? Like, we used to do this thing called the buddy carry, right? And what the buddy carry is, it's an exercise where what you do is you carry your buddy, right? And then when you get tired, you put him down, and then he carries you, right? You do this for a couple of miles until the exercise is over, right? But what I used to do is I used to always pair up with my friend McGinley, right? Because we were kind of the same size. And one day the platoon sergeant caught a hold of what we were doing, and he got really angry. He goes, "Hey, you two motherfuckers, come here! What the fuck are you doing?" And I go, "Oh, we're doing the buddy carry, sergeant." He goes, "Yeah, why you two motherfuckers always getting together when we do the buddy carry?" And I go, "Because we're the same size, sergeant." He goes, "Yeah, is that what you think? You think when you're out there in the shit, somebody gets hit, it's always going to be somebody the same size as you?" And I go, I don't know. He goes, "Rabidoo, come here!" Now, Rabidoo was our machine gunner, this big fucking monster of a man. And he brings him over and he goes, "Now what happens if you, McGinley, and Rabidoo are out there in the shit and Rabidoo's the one that gets hit? What are you going to do then?" I go, "Well, sergeant, you know, I do what I have to do. You know, I would man up and I shoot McGinley in the leg and carry, hey, somebody's got to get Rabidoo! I gotta get McGinley out of here! He's my best friend! Would somebody get him?" That's why I always practice with McGinley. Because I know when shit goes down, McGinley's getting shot. He got so mad at me, he made me carry Rabidoo for the rest of the exercise, which looked fucking ridiculous because of how big he was and how little I was, you know? Like every time I carried him, it looked like an ant carrying a big piece of Dorito. Because Rabidoo's body was 230 pounds of man. And my body was 130 pounds of middle school lesbian. Like, not even the type of lesbian body that would be like, "I don't see why coach won't let us females play football." It was more of the, "I think I like girls." But he was right, though. And I'll tell you this story before I get out of here, man. He was right, because we went to Iraq one time, and we got in a firefight, right? We got in a gunfight, right? And what happened was we pushed the enemy up against the Euphrates River, right? But we were in a palm grove, so there was a lot of palm trees, a lot of brush, and we couldn't really see anything. And we're ducked down there, and the bullets are flying back and forth, right? And all of a sudden, I hear somebody calling me to throw a grenade. They're like, "Sergeant Sanchez, throw a grenade!" As soon as he said that, I was like, "You throw a grenade." The bullets are up here. That's why we're all down here, man. And he's like, "Just throw a grenade!" And I was like, "Are you sure? Because there's a lot of trees, man. That shit could bounce back and hit us." And he goes, "Just throw the fucking grenade." And I was like, "God damn it." So I grabbed the grenade, right, and I pulled the pin, and then I get up on a knee, and I chuck it as hard as I can, and then I get down for the explosion, and all I hear is, and then somebody yells at me, like, "Damn it, Sanchez, you threw it too far and landed in the fucking river." And I was like, "Well, don't yell at me. Like, we're on the same team. Like, don't focus on the negative shit, you know. At least now we know they're not in the fucking river, you know." But I think the reason I threw it so hard was because I was overcompensating, you know. Because when I was in high school, I was in the baseball team for 2 days. Because that's how long it took me to find out that I threw like a bitch. So it was no surprise to me when I got to basic training and all the drill sergeants were yelling at me. They're like, "Damn it, Sanchez, why can't you throw a grenade? It's just like throwing a baseball." I was like, "I know, it's fucking difficult." Plus, it's heavy, man. It's made out of metal. I didn't know it was made out of metal. It's like, "Of course it's made out of metal. It's supposed to kill people." I was like, "Well, you can catch more flies with honey, drill sergeant." Yeah, wouldn't that be great if that's how a grenade actually worked, right? Like you throw a grenade, a bunch of honey goes everywhere. And it actually works, right? Like the enemy's like, "Well, I want to keep fighting, but I'm so sticky. Yeah. My neck keeps doing the thing where it sticks to your shoulder. I'm gonna go wash off in the river, you know." They're like, "Oh, don't go in the river. They're throwing grenades in the river." That's how they get you. It's honey grenade, river grenade. That's fun. Dude, I think after a while the enemy started knowing when it was me throwing the grenade every time it landed short. Because they started doing that little league thing. "All right, everybody, bring it in." Guys, thank you so much. That's my time. I'm Raul Sanchez.
All right, that's a little bit of Raul Sanchez. I Army veteran and comedian. Some funny damn stories. He's got